Hello wonderful people, welcome back to tomiscolourpavilion. My name is Tommy, and if today is your first time of joining us here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. For today, I'm going to be sharing how I shed weight, how I lost weight. Naturally, I've never been, right from when I was growing up, I've never been seen as skinny, even though my siblings have been like a bit on the skinny side. I used to envy them, but I've always been big. So, will I say big? Let me just say I've always been like between a size 10 to 12. Some people consider that big. But I remember before I got married, while I was in secondary school, I was like a 60 kg. That was quite big for a teenager. When I was even going into school, university, I remember when I weighed myself, I was like about 70 kg then. And I remember I stayed at home for a year, and my dad would just be like, eat. He was like very happy to see at least one of his children eating so well, where my siblings were like, oh, I don't want food. So I piled on a lot of food. But when I got into school, I shed weight. So fast forward some years down the line, I got married. Even when I was married, even while getting married, I remember I was like a 62 kg then. And well, I never considered myself really big. I felt I was okay. I was always between a 10 and a 12, and that was fine for me. When I had my first son, my first child, all through my pregnancy, I didn't even know I was big. Or let me say, I was not actually big because I had like a very, let's say, I was kind of sickly, so I couldn't eat as much. And well, that worked for me, and I was just like eating quite enough for my baby. After I had my son, it was like the whole food of the world was like appealing to me. I remember then I would eat breakfast to be like papa and moi moi. In the afternoon, I would eat a lot of poundo yam and afang soup. My goodness, and people were cooking for me, so I was just like, I'll just be there and I'll be eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. I didn't know I was doing myself. Like seriously, in the evening, if you see the kind of bowl of rice I'll eat, I'll be like, yeah, I'm breastfeeding, I need to eat. Sorry. I'll eat so much. I'll eat rice, they'll fry like 2 big plantains for me, and I'll finish everything. I'll be like, yes, I'm breastfeeding. In the evening, there's always like maybe digestive biscuits or something beside my bedside table, because when I wake up to nurse my baby, I would also eat as my baby is eating. I'm eating as well, like seriously. My mom came visiting. My mom does not stay in Nigeria, and she came to visit me in Lagos, and she was like, Toby, what is this? Sorry, my mom has, I don't even know. If I think of fit farm, my mom is the very, like the #1 fit farm person I know. My aunties all yaba. They're like, this woman, if I don't eat Nigerian food, she's blending carrots and beetroot or parsnips and something. There are so many names that she even calls that I don't even know them. She'll be like, oh, get this one. It's like, I don't know where to find it in Nigeria. I don't know where to get it in Lagos. Like, don't worry. She eats all those things. She's always blending stuff. They make jest of her that she doesn't eat Nigerian food again. That's all she does is to eat Oyinbo people's food. But I think it kind of works if you know what to eat very well. So my mom came and she was like, Tommy, you're so big. She was on my case. I was even feeling bad. I was like, I asked my husband, am I big? He said, no, you're not big. I said, this guy was not telling me the truth. I wish he told me the truth. He never told me I was big. And yet from a size 10, I had gone to like a 14, 16. I remember I was supposed to travel to Abuja for something important, and maybe because I was at home, you just wear like loose clothing you can use to nurse your baby and all that. I had to go for serious stuff. I had to try one of my suits and none could fit. I was struggling. I was like, that had never happened to me. Even when I was big, all through I was growing up, it was never as bad. Like I would try on clothes and it wouldn't even get clothes at all. But this was what was happening to me. They couldn't fit. Nothing could fit me. I'm not thin. Even the size 14s I had then, maybe I like it and I bought it. Nothing could fit me, and I was troubled. I got some new dresses. I looked for something. I went on that trip. When I was about to resume my work, I got some new clothes. I remember the person I bought clothes to me was like, told me, even this size 14, maybe you try on a 16 because of the buttons. And I was like, what? Me? Size 16? Even 14 was looking like it couldn't fit anymore. I couldn't believe it. It was like a bad dream. I still was like, okay, I'm breastfeeding, maybe it's excusable. And I resumed back at work. I remember my MD saw me then and he was like, the guy had never told me like anything. I was surprised they even spoke about something personal. I think that got to me. The way he complained about my weight, that got to me. We had a board meeting, like a very, very business meeting, like something very serious. And in between, he just switched and I was like, Tommy, and why are you, something like that. I can't remember all the exact words, but I remember it got to me and I was like, am I that big? Since then, I made a very conscious effort to shed that weight. And luckily, I was doing exclusive breastfeeding, but my son was getting to the stage where I was like, I'm no longer going to do exclusive breastfeeding. So I tried on so many things on the internet. I bought some workout stuff. They were too strenuous for me. I'll be like, I'm just stopping this. What is all this? I had work to do. I had to take care of my son and my family, and so many things that were demanding my time. So I was looking for the easy way out, and I'm that kind of person. I believe in life. I want to believe that for every uphill task, and there should be an easy way out. I'm just not. Sometimes I go for it, but sometimes I don't want to put 100% of my time in something. I want to achieve a lot, but I was looking for the easy way out. So all the rigorous workouts, I registered at the gym. I pulled out after 2 weeks because, sorry, did I say 2 weeks? After 2 days because I couldn't continue. So on and on it went. I was just looking for ways to shed weight. So one day I came across an email that someone sent to me about someone that stays in Nigeria, and sorry, there's someone that stays in London, and that was where my breakthrough started from. I'm seriously going to um I'm seriously going to give credit to this guy. I hope maybe hopefully if he watches this video or something. I think his name is Mr. Olu, and he's called Nigeria Weight Loss Coach, and that was where he started. I think I sent him an email, he replied me back, I paid some money, and he sent me like a meal plan. All along I never knew some things were like taboo. I just think I'm like almost how old. I'm like how old, and I just eat and eat and eat and eat. I know chocolate is not good, sweets are not so good, desserts and all those kind of things. But some Nigerian foods, I didn't know how much it contained actually. We don't even count our calories here. Most people don't count calories. But this guy taught me how to start counting my calories. And the meal plan he sent to me, there are some things you could tell you to eat, like eggs are not bad for you. Eggs are actually good. Eggs are actually low in calories. If you boil an egg, it's about 70 calories. If you eat like 2 or 3 of that with maybe tea, the breakfast should be nothing short of like 300 calories. So all those kind of things, I learned how to do them. It taught me to run. I would tell you about the kinds of food I ran away from, which I got from this guy. I never knew. All along I was eating vegetables with like let me say afang, normal vegetable, bitter leaf soup, egusi soup. Yeah, people say vegetable is good, but what are you using to cook your vegetables? By the time you have like how many spoonfuls of oil, that is, I'm talking about palm oil. Palm oil is very nutritious, but very high in calories. Very, very high in calories. So I totally cut off egusi from my diet. Even if I want to eat vegetable soup, it has to be maybe a little bit of palm oil with maybe like um, canola oil or some other kind, olive oil or something. I learned how to cook. I cooked, not that I was busy, but I had to start cooking myself because when you eat outside, you don't know how much has gone into the preparation of that dish. And we Yorubas will love oil. Like I love amala on point. I love amala newedu. But when you go to Nigerian buka, you will see the oil swimming. That is a constant. And Yoruba people naturally, all those mamas, they don't know how to cook without that oil swimming on top. Even me, I do it sometimes. Like when you're making stew, you feel the oil is too small or something, you add more till when you finish cooking the stew and you see that the oil, everything is just swimming on the top. That's a killer. So this guy taught me, okay, this is what you can do. My husband also helped me. I was eating I substituted a lot of things. At night I'll eat maybe roasted plantain with pepper soup, fish pepper soup, and I cut off starch, I cut off carbs from my diet as much as possible, So people will ask me, I remember that was how I started my blog, because a lot of people were wondering how I cut the weight. I was 80 and I went down to 60. How I did it, I don't know. It was food. I didn't even go to the gym for one day. Even though this person sent me workout plans, I was in jumping jacks. You know, when you're jumping, you're doing like this. I'll get tired again, they'll be laughing at me, my baby will be crying, I'll clip go and carry my baby, and I'll do it. So, but all those things were not sustainable for me. And I was just trying little by little. It was becoming like a lifestyle, and that's what I wanted to do. There's so many diets I saw online. You could do this one, by the time you take this pill, it will crash you. But I was like, let me sustain something I can do. By the time I do all those things and I stop, won't this weight come back? So that was like what I had in mind. So I'll tell you what I cut off from my diet. Number 1, rice. No rice. No white rice. I mean, when I say white rice, I don't mean white rice that you use with stew. I'm talking about normal rice that we know in Nigeria. No rice. That rice, no. I opted for either basmati or fada or brown rice. It's difficult to get brown rice, but maybe when I travel or I see someone that is traveling, it's conscious sometimes. Some people are like, are you not going to the extreme? But it depends on what you're looking for. I'd rather do that than go to the gym. There are some things that I'll rather switch for the other one. So those are the kind of rice I eat. That's the rice I eat. Then no bread as much as possible. No bread, no pastries. That's what even gives me I for one. I think, let me just say, for me, to me, when I eat bread, I feel so bloated, and I know, as in like, I can feel the slice of the bread by the size of my tummy, like a pouch. I feel it, so I don't take bread as much as possible. It's difficult when you're like in control of the house and you have to buy so many things. Like, I buy bread, and there's a bakery in my house. These guys are so good. By the time I go to buy the bread, as the smell just wafts through my nose, and I'm like, can't I eat bread? Like, I love bread. But it's determination. No pastries, no chocolates as much as possible. It's not like you can't eat these things, but as much as possible, try to cut it out. No eba negusi, no poundo yam, no fufu, no semovita. What do I eat? I eat amala. I take wheat, as in the wheat I make as swallow. I take those ones, and I love ewedu soup. So these are things that when I was substituting, I found it because I love them. I'm a Yoruba girl. I'm from Oyo State, and that is like our typical food, amala and ewedu. So that works for me very well. As in, like, I eat amala 3 times a day. I love amala that much. Amala, I don't know, it's made from yams, but I don't know why. Maybe a scientist will clear that out. Yams I run away from. Amala seems to be light. I don't know how that is done. I don't even know. But they told me amala is okay to eat. Okay, so I eat amala, and I know it doesn't add any weight to me. So I take amala, the ewedu soup, sometimes with begiri. Begiri is the bean stew. I take amala a lot. I can eat amala, like amala with vegetables, amala with ewedu. That for me works very fine. In my workplace then, I was always eating that like almost every afternoon. I love beans too. I love beans. Right from when I remember when I was growing up, my friends would be like, "Dude, we don't say you love beans. Guys run away from me." I'm like, sorry, but I love beans. I never hid the fact that I love beans from any person that cares to know. Growing up, I know people would be like, hey, I don't like beans. I don't know, I just don't know why. My mom was so happy because when they said to make beans, I can finish like half of the pot of beans she makes. And my siblings would be like, no, mommy, we don't want beans. I will eat the beans. I will finish it for you. When I was pregnant, they would be like, beans makes them, I have had bone or something. I can eat beans. Like, the only thing was when I was getting close, I couldn't eat as much because beans is so heavy. You can have beans and you don't eat any other thing throughout the day. So I just limit the portions of the things I take. But I love beans. So these are the things I replaced with my rice, my other swallow. I love amala and I like beans. Breakfast for me can be banana, 1 banana, 2 eggs. I don't take tea. Water is just fine. I don't take any other fizzy drink. Then, so those were the kind of things I was eating. I love, for breakfast, if I don't take oat meal, I can take bran flakes. I love bran flakes a lot, and it's high in fiber. So I take bran flakes a lot. That helped me in the evening. Is either I take pepper soup or I take roasted plantain. They had let me see, the unripe plantain. It's fine, and I'm okay in between apples and all that. And I continued like that. Then I got, in the middle of this, I got the opportunity to come to London. currently shooting this from London, so I just remember that this place helped me. Let me talk about my weight loss secrets here. And London, I love to come to London because I walk. Guys, I'm just walking down the road now. It's about 10 degrees and it's quite cold. Let me just see if the car is coming. And this is one of the reasons why I like coming to London, because walking is like, I don't even know when you do it inadvertently, because like my mom's place is like 10 minutes away from the train station. Rather than take the bus, I will just walk down, and I find it fun because I'm not even sweating. Nobody's looking at me on the street like, oh, what's happening to this woman? When I walk in Lagos, people look at you like, oh, why are you not driving? I'm like, but I want to walk now. Not even just that, the roads are kind of bad, so it's not easy, and they are bikes, so you just want to jump off. It's not so easy and convenient to walk in Lagos, but whenever I come to London, I love to walk. Walking from one place to the other, you know, and people are always on the move in London. I don't know where they're always rushing to, but you know me, I know I'm not even going anywhere. It's not like I walk here. But when you're at the train station, everybody's rushing from one train station to the other, trying to catch up with their train. You know when you're enjoying the flow. So that activity, that kind of like speeds up my metabolism, and your body is just so active. You won't know when you're just shedding the weight. I like that kind of weight loss. Like you're not even conscious, but you're on the move and you're shedding weight. Another thing is shopping. Oh goodness. If you know me, you know I love shopping. I'm not the kind of person that'll say, oh, I just shop for clothes and all that. Even in Lagos, I don't know why I've never considered doing personal shopping, because I have a lot on my plate. But I used to shop for my elder ones there. My brother will be like, no, I want a pair of jeans. Bring the money, I'll go to you. Balogo markets. Then, just that now I found like other options. People will complain about the stress right from when I was a kid. I remember my mother would take me to Balogo markets like almost every week then, because I was the only one that would say, Mommy, I want to go. And I must go with her. Once she says she's going to the market, I want to go. Why are you leaving me behind at home? I'll come back with an energy because of the stress. But I love going to the markets. I don't just mean shopping like around markets. I'll go. I tell people like, what if I have a cook, I might still go to the market though. I'll still go to the market because I love shopping for food. I love the price of tomatoes. My husband is even like, he's like, there's something wrong. You just like haggling for. I don't know. I think those things just come to me like naturally. I love haggling for prices. I love the fact that, okay, yes, I bring down the price from how much is sold to this price. I love shopping. Dirty markets I will go. There's this fish market in Yaba. I go there myself. I love it. Early in the morning, someone tells me, let's go and buy this one. I want to go. My 12, I go. I love shopping. So on the other side, when I come to London, I love shopping for clothes as well. I love shopping for people. People tell me to shop. Sorry, but I'm trying to stop that. I shop for kids. I shop for household items. I go to IKEA, Matalan, Asda, Sainsbury's, Macro. I go to Cash and Carry. Those are Indian places where they sell like wholesale products. I go outside London to shop. I love shopping. So by the time you're moving around and you're doing all these activities, shopping is cardio. It's not just a meme. It's not just like slang. Shopping is actually cardio. By the time you're moving up and down, you're actually involved in an activity, you burn something. You're burning the calories. And when you even shop, sometimes I shop and I won't forget to eat. I'll just take a little bit of yogurt and I'm done. That's okay for me. By the time you're involved in activities, it's when you're at home and you're not doing anything that you just keep eating and eating and eating. Watching TV, because most people love watching TV or in front of your laptop and you're putting something in your mouth. That's there before. By the time you involve yourself in different activities, you even forget to just take what is required for you at that point. You eating and watching TV or something, trust me, you might have eaten like 4,000 calories and you don't know. One bag of popcorn, chocolates or something, you've eaten a lot. So I try to do things that make me involved in so many activities that won't make me remember that okay, I need to grab who doesn't what I can is water. If I'm telling you this, then wow, I don't like water. There's even a slang that they call me in Yoruba. My dad used to say, "Ajukuta mamomi," means someone that takes stone or something very hard and doesn't take water. I used to be like that. Like I can have my meal and for the next 2 hours I won't drink water. I am fine. It doesn't affect me anyway. The only reason I know it affects me is internally. But if I'm not thirsty, I don't take water. I just don't know why. I would rather take maybe a drink or something, but I hated water. To me, water was tasteless. I can't remember. I don't know why somebody will wake up in the morning and the first thing you're going to drink is water. When I've not even brushed, it tastes so awful to me. But I consciously had to learn how to take water. Like, I had to learn how to take water. One day my phone beeped or something and my husband was like, what was that? I said, oh, it's my water alert. And I was like, really? You? Water? Like, it has come to that stage. Please, every hour, every 2 hours, I need to get, even if it means there are many apps like that. I downloaded like 3 apps that make me remember to take water, that reminds me of taking water. Even if it has to get to that stage, please, you have to do it. Water is not a cliche. It's not a cliche. You have to take water. Water flushes all the toxins in your system. And if you don't take water, maybe be like me that I easily, right from when I was little, one thing I complain of is constipation. I remember, this is kind of gross, but I have to say it. I remember there was a time when I was a kid and I was so constipated to the point that I had not used the toilet for like over 2 weeks. Yes. And my mom was taken to the hospital. They had to use like a suction tube to bring everything out. Sorry about that. But that's how constipated I get. But right when I was now growing up, they have to tell me you have to take water. They were monitoring me, you have to take water. Why won't your tummy break? Take water, take water, take water, take water. Constipation is not ideal. And sometimes going to the toilet every morning, I notice it now. It frees your tummy of a lot of things. Your tummy will be flatter. I noticed it. By the time I started taking water, I noticed my tummy was getting flatter and I didn't feel as bloated as before. The bloat is like there's so many things. Bloat just means that there are so many things in your system you have to get rid of. However, you get rid of it. So water is life. You have to take water. Another thing that helped me is green tea and lemon. No lime, lemon. Lemon is not as acidic as lime. Lemon can be expensive to get in Nigeria, but as much as possible, try to get lemon, or even if this is the lemon juice, I'll show you the one I use. So it's right here. These two, green tea and lemon. Like I take about 4 cups of green tea every day, and this is even like one of my favorite, mango and lychee green tea. And I just can take any brand basically. I take like green tea and I had a little bit of lemon. Lemons are kind of like expensive in Lagos, so I usually buy like this kind of bottle. I think I got this at a grocery store called Aldi in London. So I usually just buy my lemons from there, like the lemon juice. So I had this into my water like every morning or a bit. If I want to take water, anytime I'm taking water, I just add a bit of this into my water. No lime. There's lime and there's lemon. Lemon is a lot more better. Lime is more acidic. So I had this into my water. to take. And even when I was not even consciously doing anything, I think because I have been taking lemon, it's just kept on like burning the extra fat in my body, and people were like, what are you still doing? It's okay, it's okay. I lost the weight to the point that where everybody was begging me, like, told me it is okay. And I was like, I'm not even doing anything again. I'm not even exercising, no sit-ups. And one other thing I want to say is sometimes you just want to shed an aspect of your body. It's difficult to just say you want to shed off your tummy fat. Just maintain your total, every other thing will go. It will go. And maybe you just need to take stuff like this. I know lemon is good for helping bloats. I used to have like very bloated tummy too before. I just don't know what to do. But I think taking water and adding lemon to my water helped to remove that bloat, and I found out that I was fine. Your tummy will just go down. Most times having a big tummy is not just about the food. Most times for some people it's about whether you have a bloated tummy. Doing this can help you flush out the toxins and all the gas that you have in your body, and you'll be fine. Apple cider vinegar, I've never really tried it, but I heard it works as well. So even if you can't get lemon, try the apple cider vinegar. So I take about that. It stops the cravings for the fizzy drinks. So instead of you thinking of having soda, it doesn't does the craving doesn't just come again. You see that you don't feel like taking anything like that again. That's another thing that lemon does for you. When you add lemon into your water, and it stops all those cravings, and it's kind of like suppresses your hunger. So I googled, and looks like lemon is good. People advise that maybe you put some, maybe you have some flavored water, maybe some mint in them, and that kind of thing. Another thing that most people don't know, like most times when you go to Nigerian restaurants, most restaurants, I'm not talking about bookers now, maybe another way that I can help you. When you ask for water, ask for water with lemons. Though some people will still cut up lime. I've seen lime. I asked for lemons and they brought lime for me. Or means it should be free. I really do. Do I know? Do I think it was charged? But it should be free if you ask for water. It should be charged because already your bottle of water is already like maybe 600 naira, not the 100 naira you're paying. So you should get all the benefits. Those are little ways you can just like add that to your diet. So take flavored water, maybe water infused with ginger, water infused with a bit of strawberries, water infused with a bit of like whatever thing you like. Just put, or maybe apples, just put them in like your bottle and add water to it. The flavor comes out and you enjoy that taste better. If you're like me, that you don't like water, that should work for you. So I spoke about shopping. So those were all the things I did, and I noticed that in 6 weeks everything fell off. Like I remember I weighed myself then. I tried not to weigh myself as often as I should. Next time I weighed myself, I was like, what? People looked at me. I resumed back at my office and they were like, tell me what happened to you? My size 10 skirts didn't fit anymore. I had a good problem. Like what I even shopped for, I couldn't wear them at all. I had dropped the weight, like I had dropped it, and I just tried to make it consistent. Though now I still kind of like, it's a bit of changing, it's a bit of like sweet things, but consciously at the back of my mind I know, okay, if I want to shed weight, this is what I should do. All that food has to go. The food has to go. The food has to go, and just replace them with natural and organic stuff that you can find, because there are many options now. People are getting like health conscious, so having your meal replaced shouldn't be a problem anymore. Though it can be expensive to maintain an healthy weight, but in the long run, it pays you. It really pays you. I look for inexpensive ways. Just go to the market. There are many things. When there's fruits in season, like there for a while, there were oranges. So I made sure that every day I was taking oranges. Like that would be like my dinner. By the time there's some malams along the road, they sell oranges for like maybe 6 for small oranges, 6 for 100 naira. That is fine for me. I just put them in the fridge for a while to make it cold, and that is okay for me. Anytime there's fruit in season, there's mango in season now, take mangoes, take apples. Apples are very good. Whatever is in season, that will help you. You don't have to go, if you can't afford it, don't have to go to all the big stores to get food to eat, because it can be kind of expensive having to make salads and all that. But there are many other ways. Especially if you can now cook yourself, just make sure you cook your food don't put too much palm oil, use substitutes if you can help it. Some people say cut down on your white rice, eat more of ofada. There's ofada. If you can take basmati rice, take basmati. People say basmati is not nice, it's not sweet, but look for ways that it can interest you. Trust, it's not gimmicks. Whatever you do is whatever comes out, and at the end of the day you'll be pleased. So thank you for joining me on today's vlog, and as usual, thank you for joining me in today's vlog. And if you have any comments, please drop them below. If you have any questions, there are many things I need to say which I may not have said now. I may remember later on. I reply my emails, so if you need to drop a comment, I'll reply the comments. Drop an email. My email is tomiscolourpavilion@gmail.com. I'll still link it below. Whatever you need, if you need me to address any other thing, I'm not an health professional. These are just things that worked for me, which I have shared with all of you guys today. So if you have any comments, any suggestions, anything you think, oh, that was not right, this is what worked, why not feel free. Why not feel free. It's just one big family. Until I come your way again, my name is Tomi, and stay beautiful. Bye guys.